How we doing, folks? Welcome into Week 7 postgame. I'm Jason Blakeney, and with me is Brady Aymond. And Brady, a lot of points scored this week, a lot of blowouts. Just looking down the scores here, man, there were a lot of games that were over early. One game that wasn't, though, my game tonight, Pine Forest eking out a 35-28 win. And, the game was as close as it sounds. Dejan Funderburk, a for real legitimate player. The guy can go up and get the football. He can hurt you in a lot of ways. Jerry Pollard's team, though, doing enough and earning the win, moving to 2-1 in the district.
Yeah, that's huge for Pine Forest to escape that game with a win. Probably the PHS game was kind of in the back of their minds, but they knew that they couldn't sleep on Washington because they're a very dangerous team. As we see, they're getting better and better each week, and I think this week showed that they're really just kind of on the cusp of being a really good team over there.
Yeah, I tell you, one thing, though, that surprises me a little bit coming into the year, we knew that Shaquille Purifoy was a talented kid. I did not know that all he does is catch touchdown passes, though. I've seen the kid catch 6 balls this year, and 5 of them have gone to the end zone. So, Shaq, that's pretty impressive there, buddy. And I'm with you, man. They just need to snap the ball and just throw it deep and let you run it down. I tell you another kid that was impressive, Gabriel Moultrie for Pine Forest tonight, playing with a lot of heart. Kid's kind of injured, gets him a touchdown, plays a whole lot on defense, plays a whole lot on offense. Just a real gutty performance from him. The other reasonably close game, a 10-point win for Gulf Breeze. They win 31-21 over Milton, and our Bill Valona was there, and we're going to go to Bill and see a little bit about what he saw.
We're here at Gulf Breeze tonight. Doug Baldwin returned, the great Gulf Breeze receiver that now plays for the Seattle Seahawks, and he lit a fire under Gulf Breeze. This was the last time Gulf Breeze won over Milton, I think, was when Doug Baldwin was playing for Gulf Breeze. So just a big win tonight for Gulf Breeze, 31-21. Gulf Breeze took advantage of their offensive line in the fourth quarter, got a lead, and had a 39-yard field goal with 4 minutes to go to seal the win. Gulf Breeze now on the verge of having a great season.
All right, thanks, Bill. Brady, your game tonight, not really what we were looking for. A brutal game to watch, 63-13. PHS wins over Tate.
Yeah, there was a kind of a thought earlier in the week that maybe with Pace, Pine Forest, kind of with Tate sandwiched between those two games, that this could possibly be a letdown game for PHS. No letdown at all. Scored on the second play of the game. Jalen Spencer to Shaquille Bush, the other Shaquille in the area, who's also very good, catching a lot of touchdown passes. And then from that point on, it was just all PHS. Jalen Spencer threw another touchdown pass. He had a pick 6 on a play where it looked like he actually ran the route. He jumped the route, and he was off to the races. It was 47-0 at the half. Tate, scored on their first possession of the second half, but then PHS put it away. They got a safety and then another touchdown, and then they added another touchdown at the end to take the easy win. That sets up the big game next week against Pine Forest. We'll talk a lot about that later in the week. But that one's pretty much for all the marbles. PHS, Pine Forest, it comes down to that one, which we kind of felt like it would at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, and Pine Forest, the thing about it is they've played kind of lackluster the last couple of weeks, not really playing their best, had a couple of turnovers, that sort of thing. But it doesn't matter because next week you win next week and you've got a legitimate shot at the playoffs. And frankly, we're not supposed to, but maybe we're rooting for Pine Forest just a little bit, just because we want to see that shootout.
Shootout would be very fun.
We want to see that shootout at the end of the year with Pace, Pine Forest, and PHS, but that'll be an interesting game, and I think Brady and I might arm wrestle this week to decide who gets to go to that game. Such a busy week next week. No way both of us.
Yeah, a lot of big games because obviously we had a lot of teams on bye weeks that are coming back and playing next week, and all of them. Obviously this late in the season, those district races are starting to heat up.
Right. 3 other games in the area tonight. Our James Cola was in the office for us tonight, fielding calls and getting reports, and we're going to run over to Jamie in the newsroom and see, who did what and who won some football games.
Thanks, Jason. I'm going to start off talking about the Jay Cottondale game. Jay won that game 32-12, but the big shocker there is that Jay coach Kent Smith just told the News Journal that Ricky Cofield was unable to play with a knee injury. He's going to be being checked out by Dr. James Andrews at the Andrews Institute this week. But that 32-12 win was in thanks large part to quarterback Tate Empton, who threw 7 passes for 193 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he added another in the ground. Pace had an easy game against Escambia. No real surprises there considering the struggles that Escambia has been going through. Austin Autry scored 2 first quarter touchdowns. J.C. Curry scored in the first quarter and in the second quarter on runs of 1 and 2 yards. At Catholic, Simon Smiley was the big player there. He scored 5 touchdowns in Catholic 76-34 rout of Walton on the road tonight. They went up 28-0 in the first quarter and then just continued to cruise. And that sets the Crusaders up for a big showdown at Madison County next week.
All right, thanks, Jamie. Brady, 3 kind of lopsided scores there.
Yeah.
The Pace game, maybe not that much of a surprise. Maybe that it was 42-0, a bit of a surprise, but not the win there. That keeps Pace with Pine Forest and PHS in that district. So they're looking real good for a playoff spot there. Catholic, though, big win for them, if only for the confidence that comes out of it.
Yeah, I mean, put up 76 points on the scoreboard. That's going to give you a lot of confidence, and they need that right now because they're going into Madison County, a game that they have to win. I mean, this is their season. Coach Cyber said to say this is a big game is a complete understatement because they have to win this game. They don't win this game, then their season pretty much is over. They're just playing out the rest of the year to finish up. But this is a big win for them. Get a lot of points and have some success running the football, so they'll have some confidence going into that big game next week.
Yeah, and Jay, they get them a win. That's 3 wins for the Royals. That's I tell you, you say, there's no wins and losing seasons, blah, blah, blah. They are doing a great job out there. Coach Kent Smith really got those guys believing that they can play, and going into this week, we kind of felt like Ricky Cofield was their offense. If they were going to score, they were going to go as Ricky Cofield went. He ends up not playing because of an injured knee. He might be out for the year, by the way, with torn ACL. Dr. James Andrews will take a look at that, like Jamie said. But, boy, to go out and score 32 points without him is pretty impressive.
No, that is. And, I mean, that's going to give that team some confidence because, for all season they've been probably hearing and reading that it's been Ricky Cofield every week. I mean, even in the losses, he was getting 100 yards. Right. So this is huge for Jay. And a lot of those guys are young guys. Cofield's only a sophomore, but a lot of those players that stepped up tonight are young guys. To have that in Coach Kent Smith's first year, to be 3-4 at this point, that's huge. And to do it without your star player, that's got to give you a lot of confidence.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see where Jay goes the rest of the year. Playoffs unlikely for the Royals this year, but I don't know if that even matters in the first year. It's just all building toward that second year and building toward the kids understanding Coach Smith's system and learning that they can win, and that's key for them. That wraps us up. That's only 6 games, but next week you got a much bigger slate with some really important games. Probably won't see the lopsided scores. Just run down real quick. This is the score of the team that won in every game. Pine Forest 35 points. PHS 63 points. Pace 42 points. Gulf Breeze 31 points. Catholic 76 points. Jay 32 points. That is an unbelievable amount of scoring for this area.
Yeah, when the lowest scoring team, the lowest scoring winning team is Gulf Breeze at 31 points. It's pretty impressive, and they did it against a very good Milton defense. So.
Yeah, they did, and that is an impressive win for Gulf Breeze.
It very is.
Yeah. I will say I'm surprised. I have a lot of people, though, who aren't surprised because a lot of people like to let us know when we pick the wrong team. If they can let us know before we pick the wrong team.
I'm gonna start soliciting emails. If you want to send me emails of your picks, I might just go with the popular opinion from this point on.
That's why I keep telling you the email address, baymon@pnj.com.
Help me out here.
Hit him up, man. He's trailing. He's losing. We did go 5-1 this week, though, but join us next week. We'll pick all the games again. Again, hit Baymon at pnj.com up sometime before that to let him know what games he should pick. Thursday for Friday, we will wrap them up, and then Saturday we'll tell you everything that went wrong for us.
Yeah.
So until next week, I am Jason Blakeney. This is Brady Aymond, and thanks for joining us.